Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second annual Global Goddess Fest, a week-long virtual festival to inspire, activate, and connect female leaders, entrepreneurs, and creatives worldwide. So thank you so much for joining us today. And we have Brahman Kyrie here to join us. She's tuning in from Encinitas, California, which is actually where I am right now too. So it's fun to connect to someone that's local. And she is an amazing spiritual teacher, and she's the founder of the Brahman Project. She's an energetic healer and bhakti practitioner. And so I had been hearing about her work through multiple people for, I think, probably about the last year or two. And was just really intrigued because everything that I heard was just like, this woman is just this light being, and how does she do it? And everywhere she goes, her smile is just like so huge and infectious. And so I finally got to meet her at a festival that I was helping produce called Desert Rising out here in California. And so as soon as I met her and I got to partake in one of her workshops, I forget exactly what you call it.
It was a satsang.
It was a satsang, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so powerful and so beautiful. So I was like, you need to be on the Global Goddess Fest. We need this energy and some of your wisdom to be shared. So thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. And it is Brahman Kyrie. You were totally right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're totally right. And it was so great to meet you that day and to see all the beautiful things that you're doing and that you're doing in this festival. And I think it's so great at this time in the world to be able to really come into our power, and offer our gifts to the world because the world really needs them. Mm-hmm. So, like I've been here for nearly 4 years now, and I was inspired to move here. I didn't even know anyone here, and my teacher, Sri Shakti Amma, who's in a great, beautiful avatar in India, sort of planted the seed of living in California in my mind. Like I didn't even know. And then I moved here and I was like, oh my God, this is like totally my home, my heart. And I just feel totally, at home here. So, so I guess I just would love to share with you and everyone that's listening a little bit of a journey around coming out of darkness and coming into your light and into your power, and how important it is to make that trip back up the mountain, and, like if you'd asked me, like I've been on the spiritual path for about 12 years now, but prior to that, I lived a life of darkness. I was lots of alcoholism and addiction and pain and suffering and trauma and all that stuff. And, I actually thought that's who I was. I actually really thought that was who I was, and that was all that I was. And what I found out was that that's not who I am. And, and I've had to make many significant surrenders, but along the way. And, and I guess, surrender is, sometimes it can be seen as a form of weakness, but it's actually the most empowering. It takes courage to surrender. It takes strength. And, I've surrendered so many of my old ideas about who I thought I was, and I've ended up sort of, now I feel like I'm living in alignment with who I am and what I'm here to do. And I thought, God, if I could just share, if I could do that, if you'd have known me 12 years ago, if I could do that, like anyone can do that. And we just end up like, I have my heart is so full now around just everything that I'm doing, it's such a gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a lot of your work is also based around the Brahman Project, which is this humanitarian foundation focused on spiritual education for the soul.
Yes.
And you go into prison rehabilitation programs and for like animals, and you're living a life of service. And I would love to just hear more about what you're doing in that realm as well.
Yeah.
Because and also like how that ties into lightness, because I think there are a lot of people that maybe don't necessarily see that as as one. And,
yeah,
and yet you're a beautiful example of really embodying that.
So I got to tell you, like, before I started on my spiritual path, I was consumed and engrossed in my own problems. Like, so, like, just if you'd asked me back then, I would have told you all about it, you know, like, so consumed by my own problems and my own, what I thought, you know, in my mind. And most of it was negative, you know, I was living in a very negative paradigm. And so I was consumed with that. And then what I was told was, you know, letting go of that and actually focusing on helping someone else, what eventually happens is that my problems end up dying of neglect. And so I was like, oh, okay. So, like, I started to try and put my focus on helping others, and I started to feel better. And then all of a sudden I didn't have that many problems. And then I started to feel self-worth. And then I started to feel the essence of my soul embody, which, from my experience, my soul is able to flourish when I'm serving other people. And so I love all the animals, you know, and we do, myself and Ananda Brahma do some stuff with an animal sanctuary in India. And also we try to support the local animal shelters and animal rescues here in California. And we put on this great Hustling for Mutts doggy fundraiser, you know, and we hired out this whole bowling alley and everyone had team. It was amazing, you know, and we raised some money for the doggies. And then one of the most that I've just started recently, the most fulfilling thing that I feel like I'm doing at the moment, as well as serving in this beautiful community, is working in the prisons, you know, volunteering in the prisons. And I take conscious seminars in there, and I teach them about their energy body and their soul and their inner child. The most important thing around changing behavior is getting a good relationship with our emotional self, you know, and I did not have that. And now I do. And I'm sure in 10 years, you know, down the track, I'll look back and go, oh my God, like now I've got it. But at the moment, you know, I have as much as I can, and developed a relationship with my own inner child, and it's helped me significantly around changing behavior. So I'm teaching that to the community in the prisons. So I have a few different classes in there that I go in twice a week and share that with them, give them blessings, teach them about devotion and stuff like that.
And I think that's so amazing because, you know, talking about the journey of darkness into light, and yet here you are at kind of a core location and mindset of, you know, people that have taken paths that have led them into jail and prison.
Yeah.
And so really bringing the light that you found and kind of circling back around. So I think that's just so powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you for that work. And
oh my God,
example of that.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just, I was that person that was making those bad decisions, that was reacting to life very badly, that was hurting myself and others 12 years ago. That was me, you know. And so I feel like it is my duty. It's like when we get given any gift or any kind of self-awareness, it's kind of our duty to pass it on to others, to help others, you know. And so that's what I'm doing. It just feels so great. I feel blessed. I actually feel blessed being able to go in there and share this this experience that I've had with these beautiful souls in there. So
definitely. And I would love for you to also share a little bit about satsang, because that's such a beautiful offering that, you know, I've personally experienced you leading. And so maybe if you can just share like what it is first, and I don't know, we'd be able to do a little bit.
Sure.
For a few minutes as just a little sample.
Yeah. So I first went to my first satsang with my Australian teacher, Shakti Durga, and I had no idea what it was. And I walked in, and it's like a musical meditation. And when there's lots of people, it's like we all get together with a combined intention of knowing more truth about ourselves or others. And so the divine just like blesses us. There's so much beautiful divine energy that comes in and that gets awakened within us. And we use song and mantra and all that kind of stuff to release the old and really to sort of reveal the beautiful diamond that is who we really are inside, you know. And so I do that down at Eve in Encinitas on the 101 every Sunday morning from 8:30 till 10:30 a.m. There's an hour of guided meditation with some chanting and beautiful songs, and then there's an hour of Shaktipat or hands-on blessing. where it activates more of your kundalini and activates more of your grace in your soul. And so, yeah.
Beautiful. And would you be able to guide us?
Do you want to do a little bit?
Yeah. Do like a few minutes of it?
Sure. Just a little bit of, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So just coming into your heart, everyone that's listening as well, just coming into your heart and just breathing in from above and breathing in lots of beautiful electric violet light from the heart and mind of the divine, however you perceive that energy, just pulling it down, the light, sending it into the ground, and then feeling mother's response, so feeling divine mother's response as the earth, and calling her energy up through the base of your spine, all the way up through your body, and releasing up and out of the crown chakra and just sending it upwards. And breathing in from above and below at the same time to the level of your heart, and let your heart chakra expand as we call upon the Supreme God, Divine Mother and Father, God, Goddess, on Shiva and Shakti, Adonai and Shekinah. Call on beloved Shakti Durga and Sri Shakti Amma. Om Namo Narayani. I call on the full soul presence of each person tuning in today. I call on your souls, beloveds, the divine spark of God within each and every one of you. I call on the brotherhood of the Christ, the sisterhood of the Rose, beloved Jesus and Mother Mary, Lord Buddha and Kuan Yin, on Paramahansa Yogananda and Sri Satya Sai Baba. I call on you, God, by all of your holy names and in all of your holy forms, and I ask that you lift us up. To the grace of God, so be it. And then just say, I now release.
I now release
all negative thoughts.
All negative thoughts.
Feelings.
Vibrations
and emotions. From my mind. My body. And my energy field. So breathing in and releasing all that energy that's no longer serving you. Om Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Dante Prachodayata. Breathing in and releasing out of your throat chakra, releasing all the limiting beliefs that you have about yourself and your capacity to be a blazing soul in this life, just releasing all of your own personal limitations. And then just say, I now release all conscious and unconscious thoughts and beliefs that tell me that I have no power. This is not true. And I release these beliefs now. And breathing in and releasing from the front and back of your head. Om Jata Veta Se Sunamama Somamarati Eto Nitahati Vetaha Sana Parushatati Durgani Vishvana Vevasindum Durita Teknihi. And just say, I now cut all cords of attachment. With old experiences and ideas. That don't serve me. And all people. Where I've given away my power. So be it.
And so be it.
And so breathe in and just feel Archangel Michael cutting all the way around you, cutting you free from any relationships or experiences where you know you've given your power away. Just cut those cords. And then feeling all of your energy come back to you now, recalling and reclaiming your spirit. And just say, I call back my spirit.
And
I reclaim my power now. So be it. Breathing into your belly. Om Ham Hari Hari Ham. 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 Breathing into your belly and just calling all of your energy back now and just say, I am empowered. In thought, word, and action. I'm a child of God. with a divine mission and purpose.
With a divine mission and purpose.
And I surrender my will.
And I surrender my will.
And I align it with God's will for me.
And I align it with God's will for me.
And when I do this.
And when I do this.
I'm empowered.
I am empowered.
And I am free.
And I'm free.
Breathing into the third eye and expanding. Om Jnanarupaya Vidmahe Shakti Amsaya Dhimahi Thanno Shakti Amma Prachodayata. And then just take that energy throughout your whole body. Let yourself be filled up with divine energy, feeling inspired, feeling aligned. And then breathing in through the crown chakra, down through the body, and into the ground. Om Sarva Mangala Mangale Shive Sarvada Shadike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namaste. And then breathing in and expanding. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back into your body. Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Of course.
Oh,
nice one.
Yeah, what a gift.
Yeah, so nice, huh?
Definitely. And so what would you say to everyone that's watching that just experienced that? What is the best way to kind of follow up and complete that on their own?
Well, they could do that. If this is recorded, they could do that little tiny snippet. And if you did that every day or morning and night, you would significantly change your energy body. Even if you were to do the very first bit, which is the sort of the pillar of light, the breathing in from above, sending it into the earth, breathing up. If you were to continuously do that every day, you'd change your life. And that's what I started doing when I couldn't really do a 40-minute meditation, or I couldn't really do it. I thought, I can do that pillar of light thing. So that's what I did, and it did change my life, and it got me really connected. And so I would start with that. There's a couple of very, very simple prayers that I did then, and I still do now. If I'm unsure about where I'm going or what I'm doing, my very first prayer is, please God, show me the truth and lead me to who you would have me be. And that covers everything. It just covers, like, if I don't know what I'm meant to be doing, if I don't know which path to take, it's like when I start doing that prayer, but hold on to your hat because it's pretty powerful. Like I've done that prayer a few times, I'm like, whoa, whoa. So, but if you said that repeatedly, please God, show me the truth and lead me to who you would have me be. It's been the most revealing prayer that I've ever done, and it's always led me on the right path, for sure.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. And
my pleasure.
For anyone that wants to dive in deeper, we have a beautiful offering of a complimentary healing or coaching session with Brahman Kiri. So definitely take her up on it. She's amazing, magical being. So thank you so much for being here, for sharing, and thank you for everyone that has been viewing.
Lots of love. Om Namo Narayani.